Hello everyone, I'm Dean.
He's Dean.
That's Donny.
I'm Donny.
There's our AD.
It's September 20th, 1995.
Would you please stop doing this? I can't believe you continue to do this. D. Okay. D? Sorry. Oh. So,
all right, Dean, what are we doing today?
Today's our debriefing. I know.
You gotta have a debrief after a mission.
After we just saw that entire ending, like, we had to take a few days. We had to relax. We had to let this just digest. So we're going to be talking about the ending of Metal Gear Solid 2 and just some other related stuff on that, I guess. Just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you did write down some notes. Actually, let me go.
They aren't here. I don't even understand these notes. I wanted to do this like a fucking week ago.
Right? Scroll. There you go. Yeah. So.
Oh god, where do we even start?
Where do we even start? Okay, so let's start with the ending in general.
Sort of. Guess, yeah. Let's start from the virus upload, right?
Okay.
Because that's when everything starts to go a little fucking cuckoo crazy.
Yeah,
right?
a little bit, yeah.
Like, because you have... You had the AK.
Yeah, I did.
No, you gotta use it, though. So, okay.
Yeah.
Raiden gets the computer virus, right?
Yeah.
From the president.
Yes.
And somehow, like, oh, it's Emma's virus, right?
Yeah.
That she wrote for her own AI program.
Yeah, on the off chance she would need to use it. Yeah, right.
I guess.
Yeah.
And then, like, Raiden carried it around.
Yeah, he had it
and
with
carried Emma.
Yeah. Right.
To get to the friggin'...
You got grenades.
I do have grenades.
The upload zone, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, this is a weapon you didn't pick up.
All right.
Oh, you had it.
Yeah, you just never used it.
Yeah, because it's a fuck around weapon. You never end up ever really needing this for like any situation ever.
Always be how it do, dude.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Anyway, sorry. Anyways. Yeah, so things get fucking weird. Yeah.
Right. So after you fuck up and you get Emma killed, right?
Yeah.
You upload the virus at the place, right?
Yeah.
About the other side.
Like, Emma set it all up. She set up the auto installer, right?
Right.
While she was bleeding out and dying.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then
Hal has his big cry moment. Snake, fist bumps a man.
Right.
Then a ninja knocks you out, drags you aboard the metaphor.
Right.
Right?
Shit.
And it is along that metaphor that we find out that...
Right. Alas.
None of it was real.
Yeah. So,
or Colonel wasn't real.
Colonel wasn't real, and not
what?
Not Colonel wasn't real.
Yeah.
Remember that Otacon brings up that, like, he's AI generated, and it's just auto responses that are generated on behalf of, like, his brain.
Is that what he says?
So, yeah,
like I forget the exact phrasing, but yeah, the idea that the AI is sending a signal that stimulates the nanomachines in Raiden's brain.
Yeah.
And makes him hallucinate that the Colonel is talking to him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So everything that was said at any point by Colonel and Rose, but definitely by Colonel, right?
Yeah.
Is all fake.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, the whole fucking conversation at the end, when, GW is like, you've been a pawn this whole time, Raiden. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's Raiden inventing that for himself still. And of course, much like how Otacon tells him, like, oh, that was just all in your head. And immediately he gets a call from Colonel, Raiden, they've got Rose! And Snake has to remind him,
hey, that's in your brain.
yeah, like, he's not real.
Yeah.
But also, like, even in that moment, right?
Yeah.
Like, no one's ever heard the Colonel. No one's ever spoke to the Colonel.
That is something
I
I just never even like thought about until like this playthrough of the game. Snake never like inquires or communicates with the Colonel at all. And,
and the Colonel doesn't say anything about Snake, even though you worked with him on Shadow Moses.
Right. Or if he does, he's just like, he's not part of the simulation. Whatever, ignore him. Yeah, like the Colonel has barely any response to his old buddy.
Which
exactly.
Makes sense. Which, as we know, friggin' Roy, he'd be all like, Snake, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
How the hell are you?
So it's.
How's that dick? Extra low?
Is there somebody there?
Well, you goofed. But yeah, like
Yeah, it's just weird that all this.
Does all this take place in first person?
Yeah, it's literally first person mode.
Weird. Okay. Oh, that's okay. I understand.
Yeah. The controls aren't great because it's a third person game trying to
be first person.
Yeah,
I understand. But that's the first time we have Snake talk about the Colonel.
Yeah.
Or like respond to something that the Colonel is saying.
Yeah.
And so I gotta ask, like, is that even real? Is Snake in that moment through the codec in Raiden's head?
And
because he doesn't seem to. Another thing is, right? He says, Raiden says, "What about Rose? Is she even real?"
Yeah.
And Snake says, "Huh? What are you talking about?"
Right.
Of course she is. She's your. And it's like, Snake, how do you know who Rose is? What the fuck? What the fuck are you talking about, man?
Right.
You know,
Dang.
like, I gotta wonder: is Snake in that moment another friggin' hallucination? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's. Dang it. There you go. Yeah.
Time to go.
It's all like. And I don't know, like, for some reason, I guess I just took Snake's entire proclamation that, like, decide for yourself what's real, just at face value. It never just even, like, occurred to me that all of this could just be some weird shit absolutely going wrong, and, like, all this is just hallucination.
It's all going wrong in Raiden's brain.
Yeah, like, and it's crazy to think that that's an entire possibility, you know, like... This could all just be some shit.
Because even I was talking about when we were playing, right?
Yeah.
There's that whole part where they're like, "Do you know the name of the?"
Oh, there was a tunnel you could have taken.
Apparently, do you know the name of the bombers used in World War II? Raiden. You know the word that the U.S. soldiers called them by? Jack.
Right.
And it's like, none of that means anything.
Right.
Also, you assigned him that name.
Yeah.
But who assigned him that name? The Colonel? The Colonel that doesn't exist? The AI Colonel?
Like,
Raiden basically chose that name for himself, not even knowing it.
or
He really was the Lightning.
well, that was odd.
You did it. No one else seemed to notice, though.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, it raises so many questions to think about, but I don't know. It's like, on one hand, I could be absolutely dismissive about it. It's like, oh, you know, it's just you gotta take some of it at like face value, but it really does beggar like belief that like Snake jumped after Rey to to like put a tracker on him, and then like he managed to swim all the way back through Hudson Bay and catch up with Raiden, conveniently just like seconds after he finishes his sword battle with
Yeah, like that whole thing. It's weird because up to that moment, I would say it seems like all of the limitations of his hallucinations, I keep calling them, are limited to the AI or to codec is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
The AI fucks with him through codec, right?
Yeah.
Makes him hallucinate conversations with the kernel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But even that resolution feels like it's weird, it's off.
Yeah.
Right?
It's a little too
And
storybook, I guess you could call it. Yeah.
yeah,
Like,
and not to mention, like, okay, so there's the conversation with Rose, right? Where it suddenly breaks down toward the end.
yeah,
when
I'm
she's
pregnant with your baby. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But then the ending picks that back up.
Yeah, it does.
And she's like holding her tummy and talking about, you know, their children and the future and stuff. And it's like, so
oh shit.
what? He's invisible.
That's an invisible motherfucker.
So like, how much is real? How much is fake?
Yeah.
Oh, you got 4 new enemies to deal
Well,
with.
that's fine.
Well
I have
done,
this. I have this.
Well, I'd say you did it, but the number of enemies dealt with did not go up.
Shit.
Hey, it went up by 1. Yeah.
Damn. Just resisted all my
Dude, you gotta fucking put like
Hold on, I gotta.
a
Let me,
longer timer on this.
let me set the timer for this a bit longer. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. It's all of it is just fucking weird, inconvenient, and two things. So you gotta.
Well, even then, like, freaking conversations that seem decidedly fake are resumed by people that we presume to be real.
Yeah.
So, how much is real? How much is fake? You know? Who
Yeah.
knows?
And it's hard to say. It's like.
And especially when friggin', you know, when Raiden's constantly being told that Snake isn't part of the simulation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we can probably say that Snake is the one person, not who is in control or like in control of who's an outside factor, right? Mm-hmm. It's not that he is definitely real. It's that he's the only one who might be in control of his own actions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He's the only one not being simulated, right?
Yeah.
They if we're to take at face value at the end, you know, the Patriots, the GW is telling Raiden, right? What?
That's it. Yeah.
No. That you
Listen, man. This is just supposed to be background. Ignore this.
telling him, right?
Yeah.
We could have just fucking used pre-recorded footage.
But I just had to fucking play.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I get it, but oh, that like the whole purpose of the S3 program was to see if they could gain control of a situation as chaotic as Shadow Moses.
Right.
Right?
And then Sabi, they
And there were additional factors, and yet still, in theory, they were in control.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, it just seems to me like at the end when Solidus is just like, this is it, Jack. We have to fight to the death. It's the only way.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like, shouldn't... Okay, I get it. You want to rebel against the Patriots and all that, right? But, shouldn't you rebel a little bit?
Yeah, no,
Like,
you're playing right.
There has to be a better way than doing the exact thing they want you to do.
You're playing straight into their hands. So what's the heck? But
so it makes me wonder, does he have somebody in his head? Does he have not like a colonel, but like, I don't know, a friggin' secretary to Mr. President himself?
Someone telling him, like, yeah. I mean,
or was it just like Ocelot says to friggin' Fortune, like, we knew you'd do that. You couldn't help yourself but be a drama queen. Right?
Yeah.
So is it like, oh, we knew Solidus couldn't help himself. The moment that he gets anywhere near Jack, he's just gonna he's gonna want to kill that. It's just natural. I don't know.
I can see it though. They're just they knew. They absolutely seemed to like plan for every like eventuality that would happen in the simulation, and that included them just hating each other so fucking much they'd have a sword duel to the death. But man, like, you know, I mean,
it had to be this way. But standing here, he realized.
God, I used rules for nature for the duel. Fuck, I should have used that one.
Fuck.
But I don't know, like, but that's, I mean, then you can like start going on stuff like, that's just how powerful the AI is. That is, it could account for every possible variable in that scenario, and it just like it made the percentage call that like, yeah, of course they're gonna fucking fight each other. This is just gonna be, you know, and that plays straight into the, you know, the whole like destiny versus free will like theme that Snake continues to like espouse, you know, just like,
yeah, which is another odd bit, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe we come back to that.
Yeah. Okay.
I was gonna say, because you have like Raiden is constantly ill-informed about what is actually happening, and like,
yeah, like, you know, they're constantly giving him bad info. Yeah.
Raiden, they've shot one of the terrorists. They're demanding ransom money. And then everybody's like, what the fuck is he talking about?
$30 billion, huh?
News to me.
Yeah. The Sea-Watch?
Shot one of the terrorists?
Yeah. Like, all this just weird, shit. It's just like, huh? What? Who?
Yeah. What is this? Forced third person?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I think that's just what you call normal gameplay, but...
Well, except that you can't go... Okay, you can go in first person.
Yeah.
Just for some reason you were doing this the worst way possible. Got it. Anyway,
Fine, no.
Fine.
Shoot a gallery, yeah.
Fine. Yeah, Ames has no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Yeah.
Neither does Stillman. And I don't know, even some of the shit like friggin' Ocelot being like, Fat Man was one of our boys, but we had to coax him. It's like, is that real, or is that the information that Ocelot was fed? You know? Like, is he not also actually on the take?
And again, it's all hard to say, but I'd like to, I don't know, like, I think if we're starting to get into like the granular details of that we're gonna like, you know, you can like argue yourself into a corner and just be like, well, absolutely none of it was real, so why should we even care? It's like, well,
well, something happened.
Yeah.
Something was real.
Yeah, and
there really was a plant with a Metal Gear.
Yeah.
There really was a terrorist situation.
Yeah.
That's, you know, the Solid Snake actually showed up to do.
Yeah.
Right?
And
like, there's some kind of event that was occurring.
And and then you have to hope, you know, a lot of that is real, because it's like, then we're, you know, how is it going to be satisfying character growth if Raiden just like imagines all of this in his head? Like, no, yeah. I don't know if I care for that implication very much, but it's, just the insanity that is this ending that is just like gaslighting you as much as it is Raiden is just, it's all.
I don't know,
crazy.
dude. It's like, is Jacob's Ladder any less satisfying for the idea that none of it actually happened?
Okay, fair enough. Good point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
But like, this is maybe a little bit more like The Matrix, I don't know, where it's like, definitely there was something that happened. Whether or not, how much of it was real and whether or not any of it actually mattered, well, that will be ruined in the 4th installment. Much like this.
So much like this, actually, for real. Oh my god. Perfect, nailed it. God tied it all together. Fuck.
Hell yeah.
Right.
But yeah, going back to Solid Snake and his whole friggin' spiel at the end, right?
Yeah.
So, for some reason, the end point of this, rather than it being like what is real and what isn't, ends up being like, what do I do with my life? Right? Mm-hmm. Kind of like the answer ends up being like, just pass something along to the future,
Yeah.
Pass along your genes, your memes. And
Laugh and bust nuts.
it's like, was that ever even the question? And that's why it also feels weird to me. Like, why this? Why that? Why is that the statement?
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm wondering about that, and I guess that's just a continuation too of like that whole field. I guess they really wanted to emphasize the whole poetry and rhyme sort of thing. So it's like it's Snake now passing on that sort of advice to Raiden that he got from Naomi. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
which aligns with this friggin' game's themes of memes.
Yeah.
like passing on
Actual mements.
Yeah.
actual ideas, actual like thoughts that are passed along to the next generation.
Yeah.
Right? But to then echo the previous game's statement of passing along genetics,
Mm-hmm.
like that's where I'm kind of like, so is the idea there that you're passing on the meme of passing on your genes, or is, like,
That's
where are we, man?
oh god.
What is happening?
That's where we start to get a little bit. Yeah, I think we're getting a little too meta on that front. I think we,
Well, I more so just mean as like a question, like, is that part of the resolution, or is that resolution in itself like an idea?
You know what? Would it be off base to say maybe it's both? Like
It could be.
Because I think I could see where it'd be like it's the resolution. Just pass it on and pass on the idea that you want to pass on things. And Raiden takes that to heart. Like I think. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Find something to believe in.
Find something to believe on, and then once you start believing in something, you can also start to recognize the need to recognize that you should pass something on, which is a little bit. Yeah, it's so twisty when you put it that way. But yeah, I don't know. Like I agree with that.
It kind of be twisted.
Yeah, I mean,
they kind of twist it.
I mean, like hell, like. The way that this game handled its themes was so like mind hurting that like I would seriously argue that like we basically didn't do it since. Like Metal Gear Solid 3 was fairly straightforward, and 4 while it picked up on a lot of the things, did not, I'd still say it's somewhat straightforward too in its execution. Like
I would say if there's a takeaway for 4, right?
yeah.
It's that
Jack is fucking awesome.
I mean, a little bit,
Yeah.
but more than anything, like it's not memes, genes, or scene. It's fuck it. Like, don't worry about what the bigger ideas, the bigger picture. At that point, Kojima's just like, just fucking live your life. Just
Yeah.
find something you love and enjoy it.
I should elaborate on that. I think head writer Tomokazu Sugita was like, when he was... What? Did I mess up his name?
Tomokazu Sugita is the voice actor for friggin'
Who?
many people, actually.
Who's the writer I was thinking of?
I don't know. I think it is Tomokazu, but I forget
his last
first
name. But
his first name.
yeah, but
Last name? I don't know.
yeah, but he was talking about the series MGS, and he says MGS couldn't just stand for Metal Gear Solid, but it also stand for meme, gene, and scene, and that is representative of Game 1, meme, Game 2, gene, and Game 3, scene.
Except Game 1 was genes, and Game 2 was meme.
Right, but,
Game 3 was scene, and Game 4 was... No, really.
yeah, just live your life.
Just... like, just enjoy life, dude.
Right. But
You have to shoot it and then lock on.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, yeah, like it's really interesting to hear about that because he brought that interview up during Metal Gear Solid 3 specifically, and that's a whole different like thing where it's just like, yeah, the scene.
That just feels like they made it up.
A little bit, but it's like, you know, I can see where he's coming from with that, you know, like, but I don't know, like if you want to talk about gene and or scene being representative of two, you know, that's I think that's a pretty profound way to put that. Yeah, like there's a lot of idea that passing on something is prevalent in that game scene. Like it could be as simple as just like, well, you know, you want to get overly just weird or hyper specific. It's like, well, Stillman is just passing on his ideas on how you disarm bombs. That's important to know.
Yeah, he tried to pass it on to the next generation,
Yeah.
and what he passed on, like, the next generation surpassed him, and generally you should be, like, happy of that idea, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't quite turn out in the way that he planned it. Again, you gotta lock on
just
after
shoot,
you
like,
shoot.
just shoot straight up.
What happened? Oh. Thanks. Shoot up. Shoot.
Shooting too far up, just shoot, like, towards that ledge, and then lock onto it.
Thank you. But yeah, like there's also, I don't know, like that's, and then Solidus is very I don't know.
Yeah, he passed on some shit alright.
Oh yeah.
But
Like,
again, like, you know, because he's a clone like Snake, he has a baby.
yeah.
So
So he had to find his
that's done something different.
he had to find his legacy in this poor kid that he basically brainwashed. Like shit.
Yeah.
That's some dark shit going on there.
I mean, even looking at it that way, it's about Snake passing on, you know, I guess we've already been there though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
You know, like friggin' there's also like friggin' Hal and his family,
yeah.
you know, passing on ideas there that maybe they're not the best, you know.
No, but that's why that's why that family continues to be a little screwed up, you know.
Yeah, it's all Huey's fault.
It is very much all Huey's fault, sure, but he chose to pass on some. He chose to pass on
Passing
some.
on
Squid.
establishing your family tree as a Mobius loop.
Oh God! He established something bad, and I don't know, man. That would, and that's even like before even like, you know, you get into, I don't know, I don't know if you want to call it a ret. I guess you could call it a retcon. I don't know if he definitely had you know, Huey in mind when he was writing MGS2. He just decided to just write this thing.
No,
on.
I guarantee you not.
Yeah.
Which is also like when he invented the character of Huey originally for what, Portable Ops, something like that.
Yeah, Peace Walker.
Was it Peace Walker?
It was Peace Walker. Portable Ops isn't
Ops
even
was the one
canon.
that, well, fuck you.
But
Okay.
yeah,
But it had Roy Campbell,
it did.
and I could have swore Huey was in it too, but I know he was in Peace Walker. But
Sokolov is actually in Portable Ops. Yeah, really.
that's true, but also fuck off. Not important.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck. You can get me started on Portable Ops, dude. Talking about zeros and ciphers. Fuck's sake. Null. Anyway,
Yeah.
who are we?
So, yeah.
Right, fucking, yeah, I think friggin' when he was inventing Huey and friggin' Peace Walker, it was like, somebody had to have hit up Kojima and been like, oh yeah, you mean that guy who got cucked to death?
God.
The guy who drowned himself in the swimming pool? That's this guy? Wow.
Right.
What a cool fucking hero. He's like, oh, fuck, you're right. I gotta do something about that, huh? I just wanted to have Otacon in the game again. Son of a bitch.
And then we're gonna write Huey to be just the worst possible character in the Metal Gear
So you don't
Solid
feel
series.
bad that Otacon cucked him?
Right.
Yeah.
I can't think of a character that is just so loathed. Like, name one character that gets, like, even Raiden, like, at least got his redemption arc. Huey?
Well, even
then-
Raiden probably got a worse rep than he.
Yeah.
deserved.
Oh, Raiden.
Like,
What a...
I
Again,
think. Well,
I'm bringing it up again. It's like, it really is fascinating to, like, see his evolution now. Like, it's for, like, to go from this almost reviled person, yes, a nerd, to someone who's like, all right, Raiden, you're cool in my book. Like,
just steadily along the way.
yeah, but even
What did
what
it
the
cost? Everything.
But even like beyond that, it's like even in this game though, it's cool to see him, you know, like finally decide for himself, hey, I'm done with this, and then he just, you know, grabs the keychain around his neck and symbolically tosses it away, thus establishing that he's his own man. He's no longer going to be in control by either the player or the Patriots. It's like that's such a cool moment, and I love it. It's like, yeah,
Damn,
Good.
that is what that means.
yeah. he's no longer going to be a puppet. It's
Which is
so
funny
smart.
when you hear the take of MGS2 of like, you don't get to be Snake. He's too cool for you to be him. You're
God.
you. You're this dweeb.
It is so
Snake has become such a legend that you're no longer fit to play as him.
right. and the series continues in that path. No regular Snake for you. It's gonna be Big Boss, and then it's gonna be Old Snake.
Which, I don't know, I mean, I get it. Like, you get to start out as, like, newbie Big Boss, but, yeah, definitely at the point where, you know, you're doing that, yeah, the Big Boss is, like, by the end of that, Big Boss is too cool for you to continue.
Yeah.
That's why you had to stop.
True.
You can only play as him again when he's coming out of a fucking coma, and also, spoilers for MGS5, not him.
Right. Oh God. And that entire game raises questions, but whatever.
And gives no answers.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, sometimes, as much as I love Kojima, sometimes he really can get a little bit too distractible. Like, sometimes I get when Konami's just like, hey, Kojima, you gotta calm down, you gotta finish the game, you gotta stop messing around.
But also, we need more microtransactions.
But that too, yeah.
We need repeatable missions, and we need like a system where people can lose progress so that they can pay us to get it back.
Oh, God.
Or you can pay us so that you don't lose progress. Yeah, I'm sure that was a Kojima idea.
Oh, God.
We can continue to blame Kojima for how long he took on that game while fucking, dealing with all that bullshit from fucking corporate. I'm just saying.
That's true. That is true. Well,
Like maybe it was a problem, but
yeah.
like I don't think Konami is blameless.
Yeah, no. No.
Especially with the state they're in.
Well, the state that...
It could be that he had an ego. It could be that, fucking Konami doesn't know what the fuck they have.
Yeah. I mean, Konami's now in a state where we're actually asking, are they actually coming back to making real video games? Is this gonna be a thing? Like, are we gonna see? Ah, shit. Are we gonna see a? Damn it! Are we gonna see a remake in our lifetime for not just Metal Gear Solid, but like Silent Hill, which is like insane to me. Like, just I don't know.
Gotta get actually good HD collections.
Yeah.
No way.
Nerd. This is.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. If there was anything else I wanted to say about this, I can't remember it.
Yeah.
Other than, like, I feel like MGS2 had some serious, like, depth and some, like some nuance to it.
Oh yeah.
Like, able to question those events, right?
Yeah, and this is...
And then they made sequels, and it's like... Yeah, anyway, all that actually happened literally.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And I get that kind of ruins the magic of that too. Yeah.
For me, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I don't blame you for dislike. That's
It's one of the many beefs I had with MGS4.
right. And
Like, people talk about fucking Vamp and his nano machines, but it's like,
yeah.
it goes so much deeper. The retcons go so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
Jump.
But, like I said, kind of like Hideaki Anno, you can look at friggin' each game and see a different stage of Kojima's life and what he cared about and what he prioritized.
Yeah. And one was him finally becoming this action director. Like two is
He threw away the greater idea. Well, no, I wouldn't say he threw away greater ideas, but he decided to be a little less Cowboy Bebop the movie and more Cowboy Bebop.
yeah. Right. That's a good way to put it. Actually,
He decided to live in the real world.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
I guess we'll call that a wrap.
Yeah. Pretty good. Finally managed to get out a few more thoughts about this game. I fucking love it. I still recommend you play the shit out of this. I recommend you play the shit out of this series. Like,
Well, that meant disintegrated.
that's what happens in hold up mode. Goodbye.
Oh no, I'm defeated.
Snake, I don't feel so good. Yeah, and
Hold up, comrade. I don't feel so well.
If they really had balls, they would have gave you a banana.
Fuck.
anyways, we'll see you next time on Button Jam, and we have something different for you. So, see you later.
Bye-bye.
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.